Okay, so blush and bronzer. So we've done our contour, we have done our main highlight, and we've done our accent highlight. So essentially, we have our full face of makeup on. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add a little bit of color. So this is really the only two things that I recommend layering. You can get away with not layering if you're doing the cheetah or the tribal hack where you're placing the colors on your face and blending. That you're still creating one layer. But if you're doing an all over coverage, especially if you have any redness, blemishes, discoloration in your cheeks, you are gonna wanna put your main highlight there. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to dip into my blush. No matter what blush you get, we have semi-gloss, gloss, and satin. No matter which one you get, you're gonna pick up a very tiny amount of product, like that, okay? And you're going to start, I start in the middle of my eyebrow area, like my brow bone here, eye area, right in the middle. You wanna leave some space here. You're gonna kind of go just like this. Anytime I'm layering, you want to pat. You don't want to drag, you don't want to pull, because you'll pull that underneath and then they'll kind of blend together. Kind of go like this. As you can see, this applied the perfect amount of product and this applied a little bit more. So all you have to do is flip to the other side, go like this, and it will totally blend out that product. Creams are very versatile. I think the lip and cheeks are what scare people the most, especially colors like this, but they're beautiful and they're kind of foolproof. You just have to blend them out. Most likely you're gonna be using this. This is the blush and bronzer. Again, I recommend this for almost everybody, especially if you're starting. However, this one is also really great for blush. And if someone's looking for a more natural look, I may suggest the blend brush. And the blend brush, all you do is tap into your blush, put it on like this. You have a little more control because it's a smaller area, less dense brush. You kind of go just like that. So any of these lip and cheek can also be put onto your lips. They're awesome. I absolutely love doing that. I actually use them all for my lips. They're beautiful. So there you go. So that's your lip, or your blush. Pretty much everybody's gonna get that. Maybe you've added a bronzer or you didn't. That's really based on personal preference. I don't always put a bronzer on. I do in the summer because I try not to tan my face. Totally up to you. So let's talk about the placement of a bronzer. So we've put our contour here and we've put our blush here and blended it up. You're gonna want to put your bronzer really on the back cheekbone. Your bronzer is gonna be ever so lightly, and then again, depending on your bronzer preference, our Bella bronzer is a cream bronzer and it is matte. I prefer to mix mine with my Glow Illuminator, which is also a darker illuminator, just to give it a little bit of shimmer, not glitter, but shimmer, because I like a little bit of a warmer bronzer. So what I'm gonna do is I take the fluffy end and I dip into both. And then again, I'm gonna go right back here. You always want, when you're using a brush, and this goes for your fingers too, you wanna apply, then blend. If you're just using a brush and you're not applying it with your fingers, you still want to apply to get the product off the brush, put it onto your face, and then blend. So you don't want to bring your bronzer too close into here to cover up your blush, and you don't want to bring your bronzer down here to cover up any of your contour because they're separate. The only place I layer my contour and my bronzer is on my forehead. So you still want that contour there for a little bit of a shadow effect, but bronzer can really just finish a look, especially if you're used to that. The other thing you can see is I never get sun on my neck, and I love bronzer for that. I never bring my foundations, my highlight, anything on my neck. I just take a little bit of this, go down my neck. You can see how that totally blends in. It gives that like full cover. So that's what I mostly love my bronzer for, to be honest, to kind of blend in my neck and go just a little pop up here. It makes it look super natural. Now, some people put bronzer all over. It's really gonna take away from the 3D effect. That's the beauty of 3D, is brightening this area, giving that color. You have that brightness here, you have the brightness here. But again, it's personal preference. But keep in mind that a cream bronzer is going to be much more visible than any kind of powder bronzer. So again, tap, apply, blend. That's how to get the best out of your bronzer and your blush.